Hello, readers and writers. I am MJ. It is Monday, and that means it's time for productivity sprints. You may have noticed that I do have a different setup going on. Um, I decided to rearrange my office this morning, and so I think this will be the new setup going forward. Hopefully, it's not horrible. There's a lot of shadows going on, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I just needed a change of pace with everything that's going on. So, yeah, this is how the desk now looks. All right, how is everyone's week starting? Hopefully, it is going very well. Remember to put what you're working on in the chat, and if you are watching this back after the fact, put it in the comments down below. I love to see what everyone does during sprints. I am also using a different camera. I'm streaming off of my laptop with the monitor attached to it. So I'm going to be writing over here as opposed to writing on my laptop and streaming on another computer. We will see how this works. And hopefully y'all can hear me, but it looks like my mic is working and I at least got all of this set up. The bonus of this setup is that the entire rest of my office is a mess and y'all can't see that. But it's only a mess because I was in the middle of rearranging things and I didn't have time to finish. It ended up being a bit bigger of a project than I anticipated, but I really just wanted change. So here's where we are, and I hope y'all like it. So what I will be working on today, I actually have already gotten some writing done today. I did proofreads of Lennon finished. So I'm very excited about that. Lennon is book 5 in my Ember Town series, and I'm going to start working on formatting it tomorrow. And it doesn't release until December, and so it's fantastic to have one project like ahead of things. But then I'm going to be working on book 2 of the Lunar Abyss series. I'm still working on the first draft, but I'm making a fair bit of progress. I'm on, I need to change this whole thing. I'm on like chapter 26 or 27. I don't know. I can't actually see it. So I'm going to adjust that as well. But let's go ahead and get started with our first sprints. And hopefully it saved my settings. It did not. I hope. Before we do this, we're just going to do a new screen and hope we can get this all done here. This way, hopefully, let's see if it works. Okay. It is not working. I had it done. Oh, no, it's not working at all. Woohoo, fantastic. There we go. Here we go. I don't know if it's going to end up saving or if I'm going to have to keep changing every time. But let's go ahead and get started in our first sprint. I will see y'all back here in 30 minutes. And welcome back, guys. Our first 30-minute sprint done. So hopefully it went well for you all. Um, this new setup is very weird. I'm going to have to figure out and get used to it, but hopefully it doesn't look horrible. Maddie, hello and welcome. Finishing up dinner, but now you're ready to write and working on the sequel. Yay to this cruel fate. I think. That's awesome. I'm so excited. So are you starting with outlining again, like that whole process that you just did with your other book that you're working on as well? Also, hello and welcome. What are you reading today? I always love the book recommendations because can never make your TBR that much smaller. Yeah, I love the music on the Halloween ones also. It's kind of nice to vibe with. Um, so I did kind of mention this before we got started, but it's definitely uh, I don't know if any of y'all are here. I did decide to change my setup. I'm rearranging my office because I just needed a change of things. I don't know how this works, but I'm gonna make it work. Figure it out. Um, there's a lot of shadows in here, but I have a monitor right here. I'm trying to figure out which one to write with, which one to put everything on. So um, it's kind of a mess at the moment, but I'll figure it out. So you are outlining it, a pretty good idea of what needs to happen. So I'm in the process of brain dumping and rereading to make sure I hit all the details. That is fantastic. Very fantastic. I'm so excited. All that fresh motivation after Read Between the Stars. Doing a buddy read of R.L. Stein's Superstition, his first adult book. I didn't know he wrote an adult book. That is fantastic. And this is the perfect month for it. That's awesome. I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah, technically, so these are my bookshelves. So my desk used to be like there, and then this was in the background, maybe. But I decided, I don't know. I decided I wanted it to go somewhere and that this would be a decent background, but now I don't know if it is, but I'll figure it out. So, or it will just look like this for the next foreseeable future. But the nice thing is that the whole rest of my office is a disaster because it took me 2 hours to get this like functional again, get things all hooked up and pull it from different places, and I didn't have time to like clean the rest of the rooms because I still have to move some other stuff around, and you can't tell, and that's actually pretty fantastic. So do like that aspect of it. Oh, laundry. I need to do laundry as well. I need to make sure to add that to the to-do list. Thank you. I love green walls. But I had green walls in my other house as well, and it was not great green walls. So I had people help me pick green walls that would be a little bit better, and I think I like these ones. So probably would probably make it pretty easy to put a background onto if if this doesn't end up working, I could always try that. So I am motivated. I'm going to finish this trilogy. Yes, you are, because we need to read it. So excited. Very excited. Yeah, the only important thing is what shows up on camera. But with the other setup, everything in my room, almost everything showed up on camera. The only thing that didn't show up on camera was my other work desk. And that is what I am dealing with at the moment because I came in to write earlier this morning or this afternoon, and I was like, I can't do it. So, and there, anyways, apparently I'm not shipping back all the equipment that I've had for years because they don't want to pay the cost of that. Um, so I'm like, okay, so what do I do with them? Anyways, so it's been a process. Sticker wallpaper needs to be a thing. I think to a degree it is. I know there's like wallpaper borders that are sticky. Um, but I would be I don't know if I'd be okay with that. Honestly, this paint it when they painted it before we bought this place, they put really glossy paint on, and so we got paint with like primer and stuff, and it has multiple coats on, and the paint is still like peeling off. So if I put like sticker on it, I feel like when I took it off, even if it's completely reusable or like made to come off, that it would still take all the paint off, and that would make me sad. So, it is. I I will talk with that offline. So, because I still have to be very careful right now. So, um, But are we ready for our next sprint? Because I have another Halloween one ready for y'all. And okay, so because I used to do it on my MacBook, but now I'm doing everything just on my laptop because I thought, hey, this would be easier. It kind of screwed up my settings, so now every time I switch over, it's wrong. Oh, it didn't even do it. Okay, there we go. So it's gonna be a little awkward for a little bit. So I'm getting it. All right, let's go ahead and I'll see you all back here in 30 minutes, despite what that clip says. Welcome back. I hope that was a very productive sprint for you all. How did it end up going? The timers are too far away on the screen. Um, yeah. Um, I'm doing great. Thanks for stopping in, Paula. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your night, which sounds like it includes you sleeping. So that's fantastic. I I have been working on my first draft of the second book in the Lunar Abyss series, and I've gotten not 872 words in 2 sprints. Definitely not my fastest typing writing speed, but it's pretty decent progress. So I'm happy with that. It's definitely a lot of words that are going to have to go get really cleaned up, but that is what edits are for. So yay! I kind of thought so, um, but I was pretty sure that's how you found me. So, um, I don't know why I just stopped being able to think for a second. It's been a very long week, and I realized that it is only Monday, so that foretells a lot of things. I'm gonna go ahead and get our next sprint ready to go. I think we're gonna do this timer. There we go. So I am happy I'm making progress on this story. Um, so that's good. Uh, that's cool. I need to try and catch her sprints, honestly, because that would be fantastic. Yeah, progress is progress. So I'm very happy about it. And I'm actually getting to like the later part of the book. So it actually feels really great that I'm making a lot of progress. I just am writing a very climatic scene, I should say. So it's kind of good flowing. I just need to go back and add more detail and stuff. I had a good sprint, just figured out the first act. Wow, that's really fast. So that's fantastic. You really do kind of already have the story in there, don't you? I thought I might write out some of the scenes in my head. That is fantastic. I love it. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go 2 more sprints before I end for the night. I'm gonna do one more sprint of reading, and then I think for me the last sprint I'm gonna switch over to do some admin work. Because earlier in the day I actually ended up getting an entire book proofread edits. So I've already done a fair bit of writing, or writing work. So I definitely need to get some admin stuff done. But I want to get at least another sprint in of writing and then another sprint of admin. So yeah, if you're down for 2, that's how much I'm planning on being here. So it's kind of fantastic. Try not to cut them short, because 1, I really don't have a reason to anymore, and 2, because there's just so much to get done. So, all right. So I have the next um timer done, and it's not gonna stay. Did it? It's not even adding it to the screen. That is wild. That is doing that. I don't know how to fix that. I will try and do it before Friday's sprints. So, um, all right. So we're getting some good writing done. We're getting some good reading done. We're about halfway through. So, if you haven't stretched, gotten some water, now's a really good time to do that. Before we head into our next round of sprints. Yeah, 30. I do tend to keep 30, mostly because I never made 25 timers. I probably should have, but So yeah, I do tend to do 4 30-minute sprints is what I try to do every time I stream. So all right, let's go for it, and I will see you all back here in 30 minutes. All right, welcome back. How did that last sprint end up going for everyone? I I'm done writing for this evening, but I am going to keep working for another sprint. So my total word count is 1,347, which is fine. I'm definitely making progress. And I don't know, there's a possibility I'll actually finish this first draft this week, which would be pretty fantastic. I think I can do it, especially since I've got the bulk of Lennon done, and that was my biggest concern, making sure I got it done. So I am glad that you like the music. Maddie convinced me that I should play the videos with music on because I used to just mute them. But I do think, I do think the music definitely helps with the sprints. But yeah, it is very exciting. Definitely need a lot of edits, but at least I, have time to get them done. And the first draft is always the hardest for me, even with the outline, even know what's going on. Just getting those words out is so much harder than going back and making those words actually good. So I'm excited to get this part done. I'm gonna say so. Yeah, I'm almost to I'm almost 3/4 done with it. So very happy with that. How did your sprints go? Did you get some of those scenes written out that were sitting in your head, or did you go on to do some more outlining? And then how's the book coming? Is it really scary? Because even like R.L. Stein's kids' books, I found really scary. So I could only imagine how scary his adult book is. Not really good with horror. I occasionally pick it up, but mostly by accident. Don't realize how scary something is. So got about 400 words because I fell down a spelling rabbit hole with American versus British words. Okay, that's fair. Very fair. Curious as to why, but very fair. I did have to do some research while I was on the sprints. Definitely, it was a moment of don't check the writer's browser history. So, but that's okay. My very identity already has me on lists, so I'm sure my browser history will just add to that. All right, so we're gonna do one more sprint this evening. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So this is going to be our last one, and then then we'll come back and I'll have more sprints on Friday. So, but I'll give more information after. Let me. You got a spelling notification that amongst was spelled incorrectly, and I was like, I'm certain that's a word. Apparently, that's the British spelling. Among is American. Oh, interesting. It's because you read too much British literature that you put amongst. Although that still sounds right to me. Some of those things, because we're so international and so global now, I think they kind of cross boundaries. What happens if I do that? Okay, good deal. And it still did that. All right. So this is our last sprint of the night, and I will see y'all back here in 30 minutes.
Something says that the winter comes, so the Lord will be back. If you have fears about life, don't be scared, you will be fine. And the danger in this place will not be more than the thirst. And the danger in this place will not be more than the thirst. Something says, hey, 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 we'll never have. Something says, hey, yeah, yeah, be together. Something says, hey, yeah, forever, how. Something says that this winter may melodic people lost in the background of the mirrored gaze. And the danger in this place will not be more than interest. And the danger in this place will not be more than interest. Something says, hey, hey,
Hello and welcome back. I hope that last sprint went really well for everyone. Get this timer stopped before we start hearing additional music going on. All right, there we go. Thank you for stopping in and hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. I'm guessing you're already gone, but I still hope you have a great rest of your evening. I hope everyone was able to get some good writing done, some good reading done. I know I got some good administration tasks done also, so a very productive sprint for me overall. And just a reminder that I do sprints nearly every Monday and Friday. I think the only day I'm not doing sprints this month is on Halloween, and that's actually because I'm going to be at an event, not because it's Halloween. Um, yeah, so that was our last sprint for the night. So thank you all for being here. And as always, remember, keep reading, keep writing, keep dreaming, and until next time.